I remembered the story YouTube. Sorry about that. It was in a book called What's So Amazing About Grace? Uh, by Philip Yancey. Awesome book. Um, he was talking about, he told a bunch of stories in that book. And one of those stories was like, a church, the gay community beside a church was having a gay march or gay rights march, or some like what we have here in Toronto, Gay Pride Day or something like that. And instead of the church having like something against that whole thing, what they did, it was a cold day, they went and served those people coffee. And the people were so amazed at that. They didn't expect the church to come out and serve them coffee. Because I think we underestimate, like I said, the extreme love of God and what love can actually do. Love can restore. Love can heal. Like my pastor said, we are disciples. And a disciple, he said, hi Pastor Aaron if you're watching, he said, the job of a disciple is not to really speak in tongues and not to really jump up and down and not even to read the word and to do other stuff that we think a disciple is. Those are products of what we do to grow and mature in our faith. But a disciple is where we duplicate ourselves in the earth. So, because we're like Christ, and when we duplicate ourselves, we duplicate God, and God is an extreme love fanatic. He loves to love on people. He loves to just surround people with hugs and love. And if we're going to duplicate ourselves in the earth, and if we are going to make a change in the earth, we're going to have to do like Michael Jackson said, take a look at ourselves and then make a change. Do we actually really have the love of Christ? Do we actually know what that means to have the love of Christ? And honestly, church, I don't think we actually know what that means. I don't think we know what it entails. I think we think it's giving somebody a hug on a Sunday. And it's not. Like, saying I love you is totally different than actually doing. Like, saying I love you is totally different, but your actions speak louder than your words. There is someone at my church. I'm not gonna call you out because I don't want to embarrass you. But there is someone at my church every Wednesday that she's there in Bible study, because I leave early because of what how the bus comes and whatever. The bus comes to pick me up from church a little early, and every time she sees me leaving, she makes sure she gets up, not only opens the door, but waits with me until the bus comes. And when I say, oh no, it's okay, you can go back, she's like, no, I'm waiting with you. Now that for me is the extreme love of God. That small gesture of her not only making sure I get out of the door, but sacrificing her time and her learning for me, it makes a difference. It makes a difference. So I think we need to start showing people the extreme love of God. When we start doing that, we'll see people come into the church in droves. People are hungry for God, and they're hungry for love, and they're hungry for hope, and we need to get out of what we think church is, the whole thing, and just start loving people. And love is very strong. It is the strongest thing. It's stronger than hate, stronger than anything. And I think if we learn how to love right, we see this world change. And I think we have a kind of misconception, like I said before, that love is weak. It's not weak. It's very strong. Because when I see that lady, that minister, sacrificing her time, her Bible study time, for me to make sure I get on the bus, to first open the door for me and make sure I get on the bus, it makes me feel like I matter. It's really a simple thing that she does on Wednesday nights, but it makes me feel like I matter. And so many people with disabilities, so many people that are marginalized in society feel like they don't matter. They can smile in your face, they can, say hi, they can do whatever, but nothing beats making a person feel like they matter. Nothing beats showing a person the awesome love of God, the awesome grace of God, the awesome character of God. Because I think that's what we're called to do in the earth. That's how we make disciples. It all comes down to showing people the extreme love of God. I think to do all of what Pastor was talking about, you not only have to have a love for Christ and a love for His Word, a love for teaching. You have to have all that, but I think you also have to have an extreme love for people. And I think when you love people, you don't go in there with an agenda of I'm going to save you. When I minister to someone, I don't go in there, well, I need to save you from sin or whatever. I go in there with a point. It's like, I'm just gonna love you where you are, and if it's meant to be, I will minister to you. But maybe I'm just meant to water a seed, and someone else will come along and minister and really share the essence of God with you. Or maybe God will open that door for me to share it with you. But my version of ministry has really changed. I think most people go into evangelism wanting to save people from their sins, wanting to tell people about Jesus, wanting to do all that. Nothing wrong with that. We need to do that, of course. But I think our first goal would be just to just to give people a hug and just to tell them that, you know what, I know it's hard and I'm here for you. And you'd be surprised how the Lord would open the doors up for ministry. That's what He's doing for me right now online. He's opening the doors, and I'm not even saying anything about, you know what, you need to get saved, you need to be saved from sin and hell and all that stuff. All I am doing is being there for the person, loving on the person, and God is opening doors for me to share the gospel. Okay, YouTube. Love somebody extremely today. Do something wonderful for somebody. Step out of your comfort zone and just show the extreme love of God today. Bye.